Judge Raul, how long do you think this can take? A lot of people are saying on average 10 years, but one of the interesting cases that I came across was Jean-Pierre Bemba of Congo, where it took 8 years for him to await trial. He was held in custody or incarcerated at that time by the ICC while waiting for the verdict. And then after 2 years since the verdict, this was overturned. He was acquitted eventually on appeal.
Dasal lang tayo guys, may pag-asa ma-acquit si President Duterte. Meron dito example, sinabi ni Atty Karen, yung leader ng Democratic Republic of Congo, si Mathieu Mojulo Chuy, yung case niya na acquit, close na sa ICC. Matindi nga yung mga charges sa kanya kasi kay President Duterte. On 18 of December 2020, Trial Chamber 2 acquitted Mathieu Mojulo Choi of the charges of war crimes against humanity. Mathieu Mojulo Choi, leader of the Front des Nationalistes Integristes, at time of warrant arrest, warrant 6 of July 2007 and sealed on 7 February 2008, charges 3 crimes against humanity and 7 war crimes allegedly committed on 24 February 2003 during an attack against the Bogoro village in the Utiri district of the DRC or Democratic Republic of Congo, acquitted on 18 of December 2012, acquittal confirmed in appeals on 27 February 2015.
Is this something that would also apply to former President Duterte's case, like an average of 10 years, and then would he have also the opportunity to appeal should he be convicted?
Well, Atty Karen, first of all, I'm so glad you reminded me of the Bemba case. Bemba, it is actually the Bemba case that I was referring to earlier. He was convicted by the trial chamber consisting of 3 women. He was convicted of several counts of sexual offenses, and that was the poetic justice that critics mentioned at that time. And you're correct, Atty Karen. It was a landmark reversal and acquittal on appeal after a full trial on the merits. Well, okay. Now the question of whether this case will last, the prosecutor versus Duterte, will last 10 years, I don't think so. Because you see, in Bemba et al., there were so many charges, so many counts. In the last case that I heard, we had 75 counts, and then there were 9 crimes charged, and it lasted the pure trial on the merits, 3 years from beginning to end. So compare that with, and by the way, that's the trial phase. I'm not talking about the pre-trial phase. Again, that depends on defense counsel if they want to prolong the pre-trial phase with all sorts of procedural issues. But let me just raise one point. Why I think that the prosecutor versus Duterte, if it does proceed to trial, will will be much shorter. Atty Karen, there's only 1 crime charged, murder. In contrast to those other cases where there are like nine crimes, charged. So
you think it would be shorter? Definitely.
You mentioned earlier, Atty Karen, that he was linked to the crime as an indirect co-perpetrator. So that means he was aiding and abetting the commission of the offense. So for that, I don't know. Maybe they should just, exactly along the lines of what you said earlier. They could just rely on all the speeches that he delivered.
Okay. And unfortunately, Judge Raul, we're out of time. I wish we can have you guest again.